Learning a character's rhythm. The actor must understand the rhythm of each character they portray. For example, when playing a nun, it is crucial to grasp the deeper significance of the costume and the role. The costume, such as a nun's habit, is not merely an external element, but a defining part of the character's identity. The nun's attire, covering her body and concealing physical beauty, reflects a life of purity, self-sacrifice, and a denial of worldly pleasures. The actor should let the costume guide their inner state, as it symbolizes restraint and discipline, much like the Greek columns that represent strength at the root. The uniformity in religious dress, similar to that of monks and priests, creates a sense of shared belonging and purpose. The rhythm of a character's life can often be found in their attire. In the case of religious figures, this rhythm is one of peace and calm. Their movements are measured, deliberate, and unhurried, reflecting their security in their spiritual role. In practical terms, this means that the actor, when portraying a nun or monk, should move with purpose and a sense of inner calm, avoiding hurried or spontaneous gestures that would be out of place. The costume enforces this discipline, and it should be embraced, not resisted. Restraint becomes a key quality in this type of characterization. Actors must learn to control their impulses, avoiding indulgence. Just as in society, where civilization means control and discipline, in the theater, restraint shapes performance. This is especially true when playing characters like nuns or priests, whose existence is defined by their surrender to a higher power. Actors need to embody this sense of service and control, recognizing that these characters have given up their personal desires for something greater. The costume, again, is not a mere accessory. It provides a framework for this control, limiting the body's movements and therefore shaping the character's behavior. Actors must approach such roles with an understanding of their larger symbolic meaning. The role of the clergy represents not only individual characters, but also the broader concept of civilization and spiritual authority. The actor's task is to connect with these symbols, recognizing the power and responsibility they carry. This understanding should be reflected in every movement, gesture, and word. Any extraneous or unconscious gesture must be avoided, as they distract from the focus and meaning of the role. Movements should be fluid and purposeful, in keeping with the character's spiritual calm and the institutional authority they represent. Exercises in synchronized movements, such as kneeling and crossing oneself in unison with others, help actors grasp the importance of unity and collective rhythm. Through these practices, actors learn to lose themselves in the character and the institution they represent, just as individuals in a religious order lose their personal identity in service to a higher cause. The repetition and precision of such gestures create a sense of strength and discipline that is vital to the portrayal of these characters. Actors must not view these roles as opportunities for personal expression, but rather as a chance to convey ideas larger than themselves. Characters like nuns or priests are defined by their connection to something greater than their individual lives. In this context, personal feelings are secondary to the power of the words and the message being delivered. The actor must, therefore, focus on the authority of the institution, not on personal emotions. In these roles, the use of language is crucial. When delivering lines from a script, particularly from a religious text, or a classical piece like Shakespeare, the actor must give precedence to the words themselves rather than their personal interpretation or emotional display. The rhythm and power of the language should be allowed to carry the performance. This is particularly true in religious texts, where the words are imbued with centuries of meaning and authority. The actor must learn to derive strength from the language and trust in its ability to convey the message without overemphasizing personal emotion. The power of such roles lies in their relationship to large ideas. For example, in Shakespeare's Measure for Measure, Isabella's speech to her brother is not merely an expression of personal emotion, but a reflection of her profound commitment to higher ideals. She implores her brother to die rather than compromise her chastity, illustrating the weight of her spiritual beliefs over familial love. Actors must understand that such characters are driven by ideas that transcend personal feelings. They embody a love and commitment that goes beyond the individual and touches on universal themes of sacrifice, duty, and moral integrity. To successfully portray these characters, actors must develop a sense of the joy that comes from such self-sacrifice. This joy is not easily accessible in modern, materialistic contexts, but it is essential to understanding characters devoted to spiritual life. The actor must feel the pleasure of giving up personal desires for the sake of a higher cause, as this sacrifice leads to a sense of peace, health, and strength. This mindset, rooted in discipline and service, gives these characters their power. Ultimately, the actor's role is to bring these larger ideas to life on stage. Whether portraying a nun, a monk, or any other figure of authority, the actor must embody the values, discipline, and restraint that define the character. The gestures, movements, and language used must all serve to convey these ideas, without being clouded by personal expression or extraneous emotion. Actors must strive to understand and respect the symbols they are portraying, recognizing that their task is to elevate the performance to a level that connects with the audience on a deeper, more universal level. Through the careful study of costume, rhythm, and controlled movement, actors can transform themselves into characters that are more than just individuals. They become representatives of civilization, tradition, and higher ideals. The actor's work in this regard is never finished. It is a continuous process of learning, understanding, and refining the connection between the character and the larger ideas they embody. This process, though challenging, leads to performances that resonate with meaning and power.